So let's talk some XRP. And on a day where the crypto markets are down, I want to get into RippleX and also kind of that ledger roadmap that we want to talk about, the DeFi side of XRP and kind of what this means, big picture. Will this bring in a lot of volume and capital to what they're building on the ledger? And for XRP holders, I'm also going to talk about my thoughts on the chart and as it stands currently today. All right, so we're going to get into it. For those of you that are new to the channel, please hit that like button and subscribe down below. Appreciate you guys joining me for a couple minutes of your time, and we will talk some XRP. So make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and if you don't follow me on X, you can find my handle in the description as well. But let's hit it. Let's talk some news and get into the charts right now, as we are going to look at XRP currently. Still just getting outlasted by Tether. I don't clump that into a market cap ranking, but still XRP is noteworthy as they are down 5+% on the day, trading at a $2.82 level. And it's something where we have seen a lot of the gains that we had last week erased, and we will go full screen, talk about the trading view as it stands. And we did dip below this line right here at $2.85, and we wicked down, quite frankly, for a while, where I thought that was the floor and kind of the make or break for us as traders. We did see this number back in August of this year, and if we are going to essentially get back above this, something's going to have to happen here. And I think that the evident thing about today is that we have seen Bitcoin drop to 112. Ethereum's losing some strength, now down in the 4100s. And it could just be a red Monday, or this could be a move alluding to something bigger. Okay, time will tell. Me personally, I'm not doing anything drastic. I'm just kind of waiting and seeing what the market shakes out tomorrow and the next couple days. But I think that after a world post Powell interest rate reductions, it's been kind of interesting to see what happens in that regard. So we'll talk about it more. As always, guys, please remember that none of this is financial advice, just my thoughts on the market currently. And we'll talk about this as we go deeper into it. But the biggest thing happening right now is RippleX announcing the next phase for the ledger and their DeFi roadmap, okay? And a lot of times, too, when the markets are bad, it is good to talk about this stuff because it is something where we have more time to react and kind of get into the development and the roadmaps, if you will. And that's kind of where we're going to look into the ledger within the developments and the tokenization, as well as DeFi tooling. So the roadmap right now for RippleX and the proposals for 2025, 2026, we have right now in Q3 lending protocol, single asset vault, and the LiveNet Explorer. Okay, but coming down the pipe, Q4 and Q1 of 2026, that's when we'll get into the LiveNet Explorer vault rankings, lending protocol objects, as well as the DEX integration with an MPT. And then lastly, 2026 will kick off the sponsored fees and reserves, atomic swaps, and smart escrows, as well as confidential transfers. Okay. Now, this is something where we look at this momentum and this movement. It's kind of underscoring the ledger's evolution into a leading blockchain for real-world finance. Okay, so this roadmap is necessary to get XRP where it wants to go. Everybody wants to see the price of XRP just kind of boom. Okay, they want to see it explode. That's all fine and dandy. I do just as much as everybody watching, but it comes down to a lot more than just kind of just, hey, we're going to wake up one day and become rich. There's a lot of things happening behind the scenes, and this is exactly what this roadmap alludes to, okay? But right now, the biggest thing kind of about this is also the RLUSD. We do see over $1 billion in monthly stablecoin volume, the top 10 in chains for real-world asset activity. So RWAs has been my highlight and my feature as a trader, as kind of the projects and cryptos and blockchains that I gravitate towards. And another reason why we do look into the scaling that XRP has been doing on the ledger, why this all bodes well for the move ahead, okay? But more so, the shift that we've seen within the tokenization markets, I think that does highlight the adoption that we are witnessing. And the same thing that we have seen within Ripple, the permissioned DEX launch that we have seen is just another example of why chains are adapting to this regulatory pressure. Now, if we do keep up with this, this is kind of where you see the focus ahead for the ledger, the compliance road, as well as the challenges we do have, okay? So as it stands today, guys, Ethereum still dominates the DeFi sector along with a lot of their layer twos. Solana, also Avalanche has had some really crazy numbers over the last week, 2 weeks, and the month. But as we look into RippleX, this is where they're trying to attract liquidity within their lending protocol. And if they can do that, that's kind of where institutions will commit to the ledger, but only if they can get the liquidity inflows, okay? And that's something that I think we will have our eyes on. We need that to take shape. And as you look at the DeFi sector of what the ledger is trying to do, this is what their focus is on. This is what the roadmap is clearly defining, a strategy that has been outlined to compete with the other blockchains. And I think that if we can show some good growth and numbers behind this, this is what will attract the institutions and also the subsequent liquidity to follow, okay? And that's the take-home message. So as a trader, what I'm doing with XRP, I'm not reacting too crazy. I'm not looking at this like, oh God, we're crashing. Here we go, guys. We're going back to $2. Let's just see what this Monday shakes out. This is one day of our trading week, okay? So it is red. Historically, Mondays always have had a lot of volatility. And as things are considered for XRP, let's just see how the next couple of days go before we react too much, okay? But I have my eyes firmly on the charts. I'm looking at a lot of liquidation levels as well as kind of entry points potentially. XRP, a lot of people think that right now we are seeing it being a little bit oversold, okay? So this is something where people remain buying XRP, even though we are seeing poor numbers from an RSI. And then with all the volatility that does stand within the Bollinger Bands, I think that there is a lot of support right there at around the 270 to 290 range that we are currently trading in. So we'll have our eyes firmly on those levels and a lot of those things that do suggest that we will see support, but it's something where a rebound also can just be very temporary, as a lot of traders are just buying the dip. So it's something where we look into the month, I think the historical basis as well. September, August, even October really just does kickstart October Q4, and that's kind of where I think my eyes are on. How we segue into Q4, I think, is most relevant to what we're doing here, trading XRP for the next coming months. So that's my thoughts on it. Leave a comment down below. How are you guys trading XRP? Have you reacted to this dip, or are we going to just look at this as a short-term fluctuation and kind of just read and react as the days continue this week? All right. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in. If you have not hit the like button or subscribe, I appreciate if you guys can all do that. Also, be sure to follow me on X if you have not done that already. And one last thing I'll leave you guys with, I am an affiliate with BITUNIX. So this is my futures trader trading exchange. It's a great interface, great platform, and the one that I do use personally. So if you want to trade with me, I do have a promotion for 25% bonus to your futures deposit. So if you want to take advantage of that, that link is down below in the description. Just make sure it's right for you, where you're located, do your due diligence, and if you want to sign up with BITUNIX, that link is down below, okay? I'll leave you all with that. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to you all tomorrow. Cheers.